Hello and welcome to Nuts, Bolts, and Popcorn. I'm Matt, and this is the video review of Attack the Block, directed by Joe Cornish and produced in part by Edgar Wright. Now, I'm usually a big fan of Edgar Wright's work. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is one of my favorite movies. You should definitely check it out. But this movie really doesn't live up to the standards that it has critically at all. Attack the Block is a 2011 independent British sci-fi film with a 90% critical approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with several nominations and awards from the British and International Film Press, including the Black Reel Awards, an organization created to recognize the independent achievements of black people in cinema. The film has great aliens and is very well shot, but that's just about where the good things end in this film. Because I have such strong negative feelings about this film, this video will be heavy on summary and commentary, so hopefully you, the viewer, can understand why I think it so completely fails and why it deserves none of the awards that it has. We open on Sam, a white female nurse walking home from her job at the hospital when she is mugged by a group of teenage thugs. Their leader, Moses, then demands her possessions at knife point, leaving Sam shaken and terrorized as she walks home. The group of kids who were introduced to by mugging are our heroes for the entire movie. I hope I'm not the only person who has a problem with that.
Give me the phone, give me the phone. Fuck that money, the purse, give me the purse, give it to me. Don't fuck about.
Hey!
Safety.
Please.
Give me that ring.
It's not worth anything.
Shut up. I'm gonna get murked, innit?
Get off me!
Hey, what?
Well, you're too brave. Hey, quick, fam, for the feds come in here. Fuck the feds, man.
Take it.
These are characters we should not like. They do illegal and bad things to innocent people, and they are our major protagonists and heroes. I get that they're redefined as heroes by going through the figurative crucible that is the movie's conflict. But if you're going to make a film that speaks about positive black image in film, there are very few worse places to start. Anyway, Sam leaves and an alien suddenly crash lands into a car. While investigating this alien, our thug heroes try to kill it. And when they're dragging the alien back to the housing complex where they all live, the block, we're introduced to several secondary characters, including Moses' love interest, Tia, and supporting characters, Props and Mayhem. Little kids. Props and Mayhem are the best characters in the film, and they get far less screen time than they honestly deserve. Stoner Nick Frost is consulted about the dead alien while most of our thug heroes smoke weed. Mugger hero Moses decides to take the alien to the grow house of H-Tower, the local drug kingpin.
There's better ways to make P's in the ends, you know. Men of your age should step his game up. Move some white. When I put you on bail, get me 300 back from this.
And Moses agrees to sell drugs for H-Tower. Really. Our heroes are smoking weed and are now drug dealers. Fantastic. Great example of strong, upstanding characters that I can really look up to. More aliens crash land and the thug heroes decide to assemble their weapons and go fight them.
Oh, I can see its eyes.
Not sure them things is eyes.
Hey, let's run, bruv. I'm going for everyone run, bruv.
And then promptly run away when they encounter any resistance. Seriously. Not heroes. Sam, the nice girl that we met earlier and got mugged, goes on a ride along with the cops. And they find Moses, and he gets arrested. Yay, something's actually starting to make sense in the movie.
We got wraps. Mike Delta 403, need assistance, Ballard Street.
You are under arrest on suspicion of robbery.
4-inch flick blade.
Possession of Class A drugs. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you may rely on in court.
Victim's mobile phone.
Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Let's take a moment to review the actions of our thug heroes so far. 1. A mugging at knife point. 2. Killing a female alien. 3. Possession and intent of distribution of illegal drugs. 4. Use of illegal drugs. And because Moses was carrying a knife on him, possession of illegal weapons. 4 of those are crimes, and at least 1 is a felony. Not very heroic so far. But we're still in the first 20 minutes. So there's hope for redemption, maybe? Anyway, I don't like these characters. I don't know why anyone likes these characters. I don't even know why I should like these characters. The police are attacked by the aliens, and our thug heroes try to stage a rescue of their fearless leader, using fireworks and a pizza delivery moped?
Yo, cover me, fam. This is for Pogo. Rest in peace, dog.
Hero shot! You're doing it wrong! And for his escape, Moses steals the police van with Sam the nurse inside. Sam really does get some really bad luck for this entire movie. Like, she's victimized multiple times by our heroes. But moving on. The thug heroes crash their new police van into H-Tower, the drug lord's car. Considering that that's his employer, that's really not a good thing. Moses releases Sam, and then she gets a great summation of my feelings thus far.
Hey, you gonna thank us for saving your life?
My fucking hero.
Aliens attack our thug heroes as they try to get home. One of the group decides to hide in a dumpster. Smartest thing that he does all movie. It saves his life. Seriously. In this group, that qualifies him as the brains. Another, Pest, gets injured in their escape. They all force their way into Nurse Sam's apartment, and they ask for her aid. In their escape from the aliens, they commit a home invasion of a girl they just mugged. Seriously, this apartment complex has hundreds of apartments, and you pick that one. I can understand it dramatically, but just analyzing it with any shred of depth, and I just end up hating the characters even more. Next, we see a member of the thug heroes, Dennis, an upstanding moral paragon, threaten Sam with a bat, and then ask for aid.
Does it look like he's joking?
I was going to call for help. Your friend needs to go to hospital. So do you. If those wounds get infected, they could kill you.
Nah, he likes his scars, innit? Fuck! He's bleeding to death. Help him, man.
The stupidity and hypocrisy of this kid's actions does not occur to him. But okay, I'm gonna let the kid have the benefit of the doubt. Just once. We all do things stupid. And, you know, maybe it was his character moment that just got flubbed or something. Anyway, I'm gonna try to not count that one against him. Then we see our heroes criticize Sam for saying the F word a lot after she's mugged at knife point and they've invaded her home. So I'm gonna cut the girl some slack on dropping a whole bunch of F-bombs because she is under stress that is completely justifiable for her in character.
You swear too much, man.
You got a potty mouth, man.
They also fail to realize that their favorite word up to this point are variations on the F word. That's not the pot calling the kettle black. That's you being insensitive jerks. We cut away for a change of pace to Brewis, a character who does nothing, complain about how he's lost his allowance.
I can't get busted again.
You've been busted?
Yeah. Left half an oz in my jeans, put them in the washing machine by mistake, and I shit you not, my mum's underwear came out stinking of skunk. My dad obviously poured a whiff and cut off my allowance. Next time it'll be my testicles.
Yes, it's tough times for you, mate.
And the irony is, now I've got to sell twice the amount just to pay the rent.
I thought you said you lived at home.
Yeah, well, I mean rent in the proverbial sense.
I'm pretty sure this spot was played for comedy, but it comes off as a terribly pathetic rich white kid complaining about his first world problems, considering the sour taste of the preceding scene. And it just makes me hate the movie and the entire cast of characters more. And I mean, other than Sam, I can't really think of any character that I like right now. That's bad. I don't like any of the heroes. We rejoin our house-invading heroes and Sam when this scene with Dennis happens.
Thinking of moving.
Shame. Why?
I don't like the area.
Now, what do you mean you don't like that area? And what's wrong with that area?
Dennis was part of the mugging at the beginning of the movie. He invades the home of the same lady, threatens her with a bat, and has the balls to say, "What's wrong with the area?" Dear audience, I'm at a complete loss for words with this character, why I'm supposed to empathize or care about him when he's a minor protagonist is completely beyond me. This is the film and its character development at its lowest. I like to think that I value human life even when I'm watching a film, but these scenes with Dennis have convinced me that both the fictional world and the narrative of the film would be better if he did not exist. A few scenes later, Moses gets all preachy.
You know what I reckon, yeah? I reckon the Feds sent them anyway. Government probably bred those creatures to kill black boys. First they sent drugs to the ends, then they sent guns. Now they sent monsters to get us. They don't care, man. We ain't killing each other fast enough, so they decided to speed up the process.
If the film had an agenda, this would probably be it. But also, if you feel that drugs are being used to kill people, especially your people, then why on the green earth were you selling drugs before? You either don't have the barest understanding of cause and effect, or you completely lack the responsibilities for your actions that any hero needs. Then a bunch of aliens show up, and Dennis, the guy from before, does something stupid and dies. Yay! Critical failure with a sword, and it's all up to the female heroes to save the day. Which they do just as well as the thug heroes. Imagine that. You don't need to commit felonies to be a good hero. The thug heroes hook up with Brewis, the white kid from before, and a good alien sequence follows with smoke and fireworks, and one of the gang gets killed. The survivors of Team Thug make their way to the weed grow room, the safest place in the building. Here we see Moses finally start to have the character change that he's really needed all movie long, when he begins to apologize to Sam for the mugging at the beginning of the movie by returning her possessions. But Sam, being the smartest person in the room because she has a basic understanding of cause and effect, points out that if it wasn't her, he would have just mugged someone else. Wow. Her logic is actually good.
Listen, yeah? We never knew you lived in the block. If we knew you, we wouldn't have stepped you.
What, it would have been okay to mug me if I didn't live here? Is that how it works?
Before has his one useful moment by figuring out why all the aliens are attacking. Moses is covered in some kind of ultraviolet alien leftovers from killing the female alien from before. Butt Pest, the kid with the injured leg, is quick to pick up the idiot mantle that Dennis dropped when he died. Just when I thought things were getting good.
It's like moths. Yeah. Well, whatever it is, you're covered in it, and it seems to be piquing the interest of a rather hostile alien species. I'm just saying, maybe if you took those clothes off, they wouldn't know you were there. We were here.
You fancy him or something? Are you trying to get him naked?
No. Trying to save your life.
Moses uses his brain for a minute to come up with a plan to finally become the hero we can empathize with 74 minutes into an 82-minute movie.
Maybe I can lead them.
Lead them where?
Somewhere I can blow them up. I killed that thing. I brought them in the block. I've got to finish what I started.
Next, during the setup for the master plan, we get a brief exposition that shows Moses' background and why he turned to a life of crime. 7 minutes left in the film, and we finally get the necessary background on the main character.
Girls mostly.
This should have been in Act 1, not Act 3. Moses gets his third act hero shot, which is actually well done this time, and saves the day. Then he's led away by the cops while a Moses chant envelops the crowd. 82-minute movie, and the protagonists are likable, or at least not jerks, for 8 minutes. Yes, our protagonist saved the apartment complex from an alien invasion, but only while he and his crew committed the following non-justifiable crimes. A mugging at knife point. Possession of illegal drugs with intent to distribute. Use of illegal drugs. Possession of an illegal weapon. Home invasion. Intimidation with a potentially deadly weapon. Worst heroes ever, and what truly honestly puzzles me is not so much the film, but the film's reception. The film has received great praise from international film festivals like South by Southwest, and has also won Best Actor and Best International Film in the Black Reel Awards for positive portrayal of black characters. If this is honestly what qualifies as positive black characters, then race relations, not only in the United States, but internationally, are far, far worse than I ever thought imaginable, considering a post-MLK world. I mean, there has to be better black characters out there. There has to be. Maybe I should go watch a John Singleton movie. I love your faces, and I'll see you next time. I love your faces, and I'll see you next time. I was planning on doing a pro Sucker Punch piece, but Movie Bob over at The Escapist has already done a far better and far more intelligent analysis of the film than I could ever do. I will try to link to it down below in the description. Presently, my plans are to do a cooperative piece with my friend Donald on the film Secretary, starring James Spader and Maggie Gyllenhaal. I love your faces, and I'll see you next time. I was planning on doing a pro Sucker Punch piece, but Movie Bob over at The Escapist has already done a far better and far more intelligent analysis of the film than I could ever do. I will try to link to it down below in the description. Presently, my plans are to do a cooperative piece with my friend Donald on the film Secretary, starring James Spader and Maggie Gyllenhaal.